Here's something that you probably did not expect. I personally cannot wait until Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet is finally out. Because when it happens, I am gonna be so happy. It's gonna destroy Naughty Dog, and Neil Druckmann is gonna be forced to crawl through the dirt. And I'm gonna be so happy when it happens. Because it couldn't have happened to a worse person.
Why do companies follow the blueprints for a failed project when it's been proven time and time again doing what they're doing right now is a surefire way to destroy the very game that they've worked tirelessly on for years? What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Naughty Dog finds themselves in yet another dilemma with the main protagonist that plays Jordan by the name of Tati Gabrielle, who has posted on Instagram a fairly
That's not even a real name.
inflammatory picture trying to piss off the chuds before ultimately thinking better of it and deleting it, but the internet never forgets. And this is just another example in a long line of why Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, is gonna have a lot of trouble finding any success. JT. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article breaking down not just this post on Instagram, but a whole bunch of stuff that Naughty Dog's been doing leading up to closer to the release date of Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, and why this game seems destined for failure. Naughty Dog's...
Honestly, this game already was destined to failure before it even was made. Because let's be real, The Last of Us Part 2, everyone hated it. Now, there are a lot of Last of Us super fanboys, super Naughty Dog fanboys, who are gonna scream at the skies and yell at passerbyers and say, Naughty Dog is so back, just wait for it, just wait for this game to come out. And we know it's gonna be bad. Most likely the story leaks, what this game is gonna be about and how it's gonna work, are most likely correct. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If they're even 50% correct about what's going to happen in the story, how it's going to be based, it's going to be abysmal trash. The choice of the protagonist, the choice of the voice actor for the protagonist, political messaging at its finest, and it's nothing more than a political message. JT asked, why do they keep doing this? And the answer is completely simple. Because they're not people who care about any of this, they're activists. And for an activist, it's just important to do the activist stuff. That's how it works. It doesn't matter if they lose money. It doesn't matter if they lose reputation, friends, people hate them, or if they're completely wrong. As long as they're just doing that little small thing that makes them feel good about themselves as activists, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it a lot. And this is pretty much the final form, because I have no doubts that Naughty Dog does not have a lot of money to their name at this point. Even though The Last of Us sold well and the show was a success, most likely Naughty Dogs cannot afford big blunders at this point. And most likely this is going to be a huge blunder. People are not even going to play this because it looks stupid and it would be hilarious. People are just going to ignore it because that's what happens nowadays.
Latest project, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, has ignited a firestorm in the gaming community, but not for the reasons that any developer would hope for. Well, actually, scratch that. It's Naughty Dog, so who knows? They've lost their collective minds years ago, so this might be exactly what they want to see. Lead actress Tati Gabrielle's recent social media post on Instagram, that's now deleted, has only added fuel to the ever-expanding fire.
Dude, how does a person like this get 1 million followers? Oh, they bought it. Easy. All of these celebrities bought their followers and whatnot. Even Rihanna and Madonna and all of these people have like 50%, 25% bought followers. It's insane. Because on Instagram, the only thing that makes you special, honestly, is this number.
Has only added fuel to the ever-expanding fire, with gamers vowing left and right to close their wallets long before the game even releases. Hell, I'd even argue it's long before we even get more information on what the game even is and how it plays. People are already checking out of it now. The picture that she posted to her Instagram depicts an artist rendition of Gabrielle, who plays the character of Jordan in Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet, alongside Ciri from the Witcher series. Two characters that have brought along quite a bit of controversy in their own respective rights as of recent, sipping on incel tears, and it even goes so far.
Which, by the way, is supposed to be, Yep, that's what incel tears are actually supposed to be, if you're wondering, but that's fine, I guess.
To joke about DEI involvement, with Naughty Dog calling it DEI-licious. And this is one of those, I think she posted it thinking that, oh, I'm gonna own the chuds, and this is how I feel about the brushback that we've been getting on this game. Instead of actually listening to the fans and finding out what you could do to be better and work with everyone, you decide to clash with the fans and tell them to F off because you don't care if they don't want to buy it. Let's see how that works out in the long run. For Naughty Dog, a studio that's already been struggling to try and regain any kind of trust from the whole Last of Us 2 debacle where they were issuing copyright strikes on YouTube channels for daring to talk about the game before they allowed them to. Now,
yeah, that was a thing that happened, by the way, and Neil Druckmann was very happy about that personally.
they're adding to the latest controversy, being very anti-gamer, hiring someone that is basically shoving it in your face that they don't care if you want the game or not. Some could even look at this as a taunt to gamers, which that's the way I look at it. It's someone that's trying to act like they're better than you. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll take my money elsewhere. The uproar began when Gabrielle shared the fan art depicting her character enjoying a drink labeled Fragile Masculinity, alongside a quip aimed at critics, "You mad, bro?" And her flippant response to legitimate gamer concerns has widely been criticized as tone-deaf and emblematic of a deeper disconnect between
Look at her. You can already tell that this is a person who grew up in Belt, and their biggest problem in the world is the fact that they have heard that cobalt mines exist in Africa, and that's pretty much it. They have never had to struggle for anything in their goddamn lives. This is a person who literally never had to think about anything because money grows on trees, food grows on trees, and they're given to you by your servant that you can, by the way, whip if you feel like it. These are people who are so far abstained from reality that they have pretty much created their own universe around themselves. Because keep in mind, she's not the only one. All of her friends are probably mentally delusional, or even more delusional as her. Because this is what happens. This is what happens when your kid is allowed to do everything and anything as a child. There's no parental overview, and they don't have to contemplate any of their decisions because anything they do is deemed right automatically. This person is completely detached from any basis of reality, and she never will most likely understand anything. She probably currently thinks, how could Trump win? That is impossible. My worldviews don't align with this. And I am always right. Is this a glitch in the Matrix? What is the Matrix anyway? This is insanity.
Creators and gamers. Gamers that want to buy games and make sure that you don't inject them with real-world politics and DEI agendas and trying to push some sort of message and ideology in your game. Nobody wants anything to do with that. I feel like that's been proven time and time again, yet we still see games coming out because of the long development cycles. This one 4 years old in the making as of recording this, going on 5 years old pretty soon, starting in 2020. This is something that they began during the peak of DEI, back when they thought this was going to be all the rage and get all that sweet, sweet DEI money and low interest loans and whatever Naughty Dog was doing and what Sony was pandering to. But ultimately, what they're doing right now is doubling down on something that nobody wants. And you pair that with Gabrielle, the main character from the game, who's now becoming well known as an outspoken gender politic activist has a history of incendiary remarks, and this is something that I mentioned in my initial video talking about this game, and shout out to Grums for bringing this to my attention, because holy crap, this is another one of those people that's just like, yeah, you can be whatever gender you want, and let's push these things on kids, and let's go after the kids, because that's what they always end up doing. They want the kids. It's really creepy, it's really weird, and it's definitely something that I never want to support.
I hope that we just start seeing that the future is here, whether we
I know this speech. I didn't remember it. This is the same insane person. Holy, this speech is incredible.
like it or not. We need to not just accept it, but embrace it. Embracing something and seeing not only the beauty of it in it, but the way that it contributes to the world and contributes into the way that anybody of any gender, race, creed, color can form their identity and can walk through the world with pride and their chin up high, like, I think is so important for the generation coming behind us.
Her very...
These people, you know why these people are completely insane when no one will ever agree with them, honestly? It's simply because of the fact that you don't even need to think about this for a long time, or even at all in a lot of cases, and you know what she's saying is fundamentally wrong. Because when you're trying to be this fucking deep and stupid, and everything you just said can be flipped to the other side and everything that was said still stands, means that whatever you said has no meaning. Because if your morals don't clash with anything, your morals don't stand for anything. Because there needs to be some kind of visible pushback or gain from these things. But when she says this, and you can contribute everything, just flip it around to the other side, and it has the same validity, you know that what she is saying has no real value. It has no basis in reality, and that's it. And no one's gonna agree with this, because it just doesn't mean anything. It's just stupid and sad. And these people think they are profound for saying this type of garbage. No, it's just insanity. You're insane, end of story, pretty much.
Sick views of life, in my humble opinion, combined with her recent post on Instagram, has alienated a significant portion of the gaming community, and rightfully.
Nepotism is pretty much the end game for these people. They were born and raised by it. It is absolute insanity. And, well, insanity is the final stage of beauty.
So it's almost like these people are completely tone deaf to reality and what gamers actually want. You know, escapism and no real world politics injected into their games. They just want to play a game and have fun with it. Apparently you can't have that because these people are so indoctrinated with their own ideologies that they have to force it upon you. The controversy surrounding Gabrielle isn't happening in isolation either. As I spoke about at the beginning here, Naughty Dog's been on thin ice with gamers since the release of Last of Us Part 2, the title that faced widespread criticism for clear pandering directed at LGBTQ agendas, and fans had been particularly upset with the misleading promotional material back then, which originally portrayed Joel as a central character only to have him, I guess, removed
Gulp clubbed in the head. Good times, good times.
From the game. I mean, it's been long enough now, right? No spoilers. I mean, right? The backlash against Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, reflects a broader overall dissatisfaction with Naughty Dog's creative choices and direction. The game's initial trailer met with over 250,000 dislikes already, compared to just under 100,000 likes, showcases the community's extreme discontent.
By the way, Intergalactic, you're spending all of your time on one planet. They couldn't even get a good name for this shit.
With what they've been shown already. Comments on Naughty Dog's trailer were also disabled, a preemptive move by Naughty Dog to avoid an onslaught of criticism that they undoubtedly expected. And you gotta take a step back and say, if they knew it was coming, maybe they should have changed the approach into, I don't know, what gamers want to play? Crazy thought, but stay with me here. Pair that with how Naughty Dog posted a Christmas card picture.
Oh god, this is the most hilarious thing ever. Like, what the heck? Kill me now.
picture of some of their characters just to begin mass hiding replies that they didn't like or didn't align with their overall message. If it wasn't full of toxic positivity, then that message was getting hidden. And you look at X, you open up the hidden replies, and it is a treasure trove of comedy. It's something I talked about in one of my live streams where we were rolling like it was an absolute field day going through these.
And these are the hidden replies that Naughty Dog themselves started
Oh no!
to hide. And they are as amazing as you could hope. I wouldn't be surprised if Neil Druckmann was the one that had the access to this account and was doing this. Why would they hide this? Hell, Trump, there's only one gender, male or female. Well, that would be two genders. But still, why would they hide this? This one is literally so good I made it the thumbnail of tonight's stream. What? That's incredible. These people, they forgot they're a video game company. They forgot they're supposed to put fun.
No. Neil Druckmann has not forgotten anything. He's just insane.
First, this is fun. They got a 3-wood so far up their ass they forgot how to have fun over there in space. No one can hear your pronouns. I can't believe.
Oh, that's an old
hid
one.
These replies. These are comedy gold. It's just her hand on Joel. That's Abby up there with her hand on him. That's fucking hysterical.
That is great. Anyway, yeah. I mean, this is not gonna end well. Everyone knows that this is gonna be a disaster. Well, it's a disaster waiting to happen. There is no world where this does just not get laughed out of existence. That was Smash JT 10 out of 10. Bye.